there, this is Jamie from Creations Misfit, and today I'm going to show you how to do the waffle stitch. This can be used for blankets or washcloths, dish towels, anything like that. And you can use any size yarn you'd like. I'm going to use a bulky yarn just so it shows up a little bit better on video. And I'm using an 8mm crochet hook, but you can use any size hook, any size yarn. It's just a repeat pattern that's actually pretty simple and beginner friendly. So what you're going to want to do in the beginning is this is worked in repeats of 4. So go ahead and get your slip knot, and then you're going to chain 4 as many times as you want or need to for your project. So let's say you're doing a blanket, you might want to do, um, 30 inches or 36 inches of 4 chains. So I'm just going to do a little bit here. I'm just going to do 12 to show you the stitch itself, but you'll probably want to do more. And so just go ahead and do sections of 4 each, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as you need, and measure it. And then you can come back when you're done with your chains, or if you're ready to go, we'll just move on from here. So after you do your 4s, you're going to chain 1 at the very end, and that's for everybody, no matter what size project you're working on. You're going to chain 1. So from here to do round 2, this is really easy repeat. It's just we're going to repeat rounds or rows 2 and 3 throughout the entire project. So for row 2, you're going to start with a double crochet in the 4th chain from your hook. So we don't count this one that's on the hook. We start right below that. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to double crochet into that 4th chain. Now the waffle stitch uses double crochet and then front post and back post double crochet. If you're an absolute beginner and you need help with those stitches, I do have tutorials for them, and I'll put them in the description box below. But I'll show you here quickly as well, but if you need a longer video, you can watch those. So this first one of this chain 3 that we skipped, that's going to count as a double crochet too, just so you know. So from here, we're going to just double crochet all the way across your project, 1 double crochet in every chain until you get to the very end. So go ahead and do that. I'm just going to stay on camera since I have a small project here. But if you need to pause the video, you can go ahead and pause and then meet back up when you're ready. So we're just going to double crochet across. I made some washcloths with this, but the very first thing I ever made with a waffle stitch was a big blanket. It was, well, big for me at the time. It was a baby blanket, but it was like, I don't know, 3.5 by 4 feet or something, and it worked up really nicely. I used a chunky yarn, which I like, but you can use any size yarn. Okay, so you're going to get to the end here of your double crochets, and we're chaining up 3. That was actually row 1, I'm sorry. I think I said that it was row 2, but here we go with row 2. So for row 2, this is going to count as a double crochet. Your chain 3 always counts as a double crochet. So for row 2, we're going to do front post double crochet into this second post. So not the one on the very end, but the second one. And if you're unfamiliar, a front post double crochet is just a double crochet, but instead of going, normally we would go through the stitch at the top, we're going to go around the post instead. And the front post is really simple. You just go around the post. So put your hook behind and come back out to the front. And that's how you know it's a front, because your hook ends up in the front. And then just finish your double crochet. Okay, and for the next 3, we're going to do back post double crochets. So with the bulkier yarn, it's really easy to find your post here, here, here. So we're going to do back post. So in order to do back post, you yarn over just like you would for a double crochet, and you come around the back and then end up in the back around your post. All right, so that's what it looks like. And then finish your double crochet and we need to do 3 of those in a row. So do 2 more back posts. Like I said, if this is going too quickly for you, just go ahead and watch the ones that I put in the description box below. But once you start working these, they go so fast. And so don't get too worried if it feels really awkward at first. The back post ones they just feel awkward, but once you kind of find your rhythm and find which way works best for you, they'll be really simple. All right, so we did a front post, we did 3 back posts, and now we need to do a front post. So we're going to go around the front. And that is the repeat for row 2. 1 front post, 3 back posts. So now we're going to do a back post, back post, back post. And like I said, when you first start, it feels really weird and you're kind of wondering how am I going to pull through and all of that. But just like when you started crocheting and getting your tension and everything correct, it becomes second nature pretty quickly, especially if you're working on a project with full waffle stitch. All right, so we did our 3 back posts and now we have 2 stitches left. We're going to do a front post because that comes next. 1 front post, 3 back post. And then you can't end with the front post. The very last stitch here, it was that chain 3 that we had skipped in the beginning. We need to go into the top chain and just do a regular double crochet. Okay, so go into the very top of your chain 3 and do a regular double crochet. And that is row 2 of the waffle stitch. So from here, go ahead and pause the video if you need to finish up your row, and I'm just going to move on to round 3. So we're going to chain up 3 and turn our work. And now for this row, we are going to start with a back post double crochet because as you can see, here's our front post from the last round, but now it's in the back. So we need to go on top of that. So you're just going to do a regular back post double crochet. And then for the next 3, you can see they're in the front here because those are the ones that we did in the back before. We're just going to do double crochets into the top of the stitches. We're not going to do posts on this side because this is the back side of your project. And this side will be flat and the other side will be your waffles. So from here, we just need to do 3 double crochets in a row right in the top of those stitches like you would for any other project. That's 2. And here's the third one. So you can see that's going to make the back of your project flat. All right, so now the next one is a post. So we need to do back post so that that evens out. And this is going to be our repeat. It's going to be 1 back post and then 3 regular double crochets into the top of the next 3 stitches. So 1 double crochet, 2, and 3. And this row always goes really fast because you're not worrying about posts too much. All right, and then you can see that you have 2 stitches left. You have 1 post, so we need to do the back post because that's our repeat, remember? Back post double crochet and then 3 double crochets. Back post, 3 double crochets for round 3. And then we have this last one. This was our chain 3 that we started row 2 with. You're going to go into the top of the chain 3 and do just a regular double crochet. You always end every row with a regular double crochet, no matter if you're on row 3 or row 2. And so that's the end of row 3. And then you'll chain up 3 and you'll just repeat rows 2 and 3. So rows 2 will always be the front of your project where your waffles are going to be, and row 3 will be the back of your project where it's going to be flat. Okay, so that's it. That's the waffle stitch. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If there's any other stitch you'd like to see, please leave that below as well. I'm happy to do videos for stitches or patterns if there's anything you are familiar with or not familiar with, or something specific you'd like to see. Please let me know. And if you could like this video, that would be great as well. And if you'd like to subscribe, I'd be happy to have you on board. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye bye.